Hi, good morning here. Alma, Cocinando del Alma, cooking from the soul. Today is the Three Kings Day, the 6th of January. So we're going to be making Rosca de Reyes. And for that, I'm going to use my handy recipe because there's no way I'm going to remember every detail because I only do this once a year. So we're going to need cherries for the decoration. We're going to need orange peels. We're going to need orange zest. We're going to need fruit and another fruit. We're also going to need almonds, and we're going to need pecans, which I already deshelled. We're going to need as well as 3 cups of flour, the yeast, 3 eggs, cinnamon, ground sugar, cinnamon, ground cinnamon, and we also need sugar. We also need powdered sugar, not only the granulated sugar, but we need the powder for decoration. We also need vanilla, and we're going to need milk. So I'm going to use the evaporated milk. So we're going to get started by pouring warm milk into our bowl, and we're going to sprinkle it with the yeast. We need to get the yeast to get activated. So that's how we're going to start. Now that we have our yeast in our warm water, we're going to stir it to make sure it's mixed well. Now that our yeast is activated and it's foamy, we're going to add half a cup of flour to our yeast. Okay, we're going to mix this well. Okay, so our next step is to cover it with plastic wrap. Here's our plastic wrap. And we have to lay it to rest in a warm area. Okay, our next step is in a saucepan. We're gonna melt 6 tablespoons of butter, 2/3 of milk, and half a cup of sugar. So I'm opening my can right now. Let's see. So in goes our butter. Take the wrapper off. So we're gonna melt the butter. We're dissolving our sugar in the mixture with the butter and the milk. We just need it to get a little warm. We don't need it boiling. The butter is still a little bit whole. I need to butter. Okay, so we're at step number 4. We're gonna add 1 cup of flour. We're gonna add 2 eggs. 1, 2, and we're gonna add our butter mixture. So the recipe calls for half a teaspoon of almond extract, so we're gonna put that in now. And it also calls for 1.5 teaspoon of vanilla. So I'm gonna do the half, and then I'm gonna do 1 teaspoon of the vanilla. This is step number 4. All of that gets mixed in. So at this point, we're gonna add the zest of 1 orange. And we're gonna mix all of this together. At at this point, we're also gonna add our yeast mixture that we had in a warm place. Bubbly, look how bubbly that is. So that's gonna go in there as well. Smells so delicious. And I haven't even put the cinnamon yet. But just the smell of the orange and the vanilla. This is pure vanilla. It smells so delicious. So we're gonna mix this. Okay, so I ended up adding another cup of flour. And to get it to the consistency that we need it has to look like elastic. It has to be like elastic. So you get it out of the bowl and then you have to knead it about 20 minutes with flour. So we're gonna add flour and we're gonna knead it like 20 minutes. Add more flour. So there we go. Have to knead it. Okay, so we're kneading our dough. It's not elastic anymore. It's already dough that we can work with. I know I said 20 minutes, but no, it's 10 minutes. 10 minutes of kneading should be enough. Because the warmth of your palms of your hands will help with the kneading. Oh, it smells so delicious. Not sticky anymore, so we're done. Okay, so at this point we're ready for our step number 10. We're gonna put some oil in our pan. So now that we have our oil in our pan, we're gonna put our dough in there and we're gonna flip it over once so that it gets coated with the oil all around. We're gonna cover it with some saran wrap for an hour and a half until it doubles in size. And then we're gonna continue. So as you can see, our dough has doubled in size. It was rising for an hour and a half. So now we're gonna roll it out. But for that, we need to put a little bit of flour on our surface. That'll make it easier to roll out. So once we get it out, we have to punch it to get the air out. We need to get all this air out. Okay, so we're gonna sprinkle it with more flour so that we can roll it out. Okay, we put some flour on our roller as well. We're gonna roll it into a rectangular so that we can do it like a disc. But first we're gonna roll it flat, just like that. So we roll it out as much as we can in a rectangular form. It's not level, but it doesn't matter because we're gonna roll it up. So once we have it to this point, we're gonna melt some butter and mix it with cinnamon and sugar, and we're gonna brush the whole thing with it. So now that we have our melted butter, we're gonna brush the whole dough with the butter. The whole dough needs to be brushed with the butter. Just like that. So now that we have all of the pastry with the melted butter, now we're going to sprinkle the cinnamon and the sugar, which I combined in a sprinkler so it would be easier to sprinkle it out in a spice jar that has the hole so I can sprinkle it out. Okay, so now we're going to add some nuts. And we're gonna add some fruit. I forgot I had raisins left over from my Christmas gift boxes. So I'm gonna add raisins too. We like extra here. So we're gonna add fruit. Mandarin oranges. And we're going to roll it. We're going to roll it and then we're going to repeat. So we're going to go with the pecans. The almonds. The raisins. Oranges, the mixed fruit, this is the same recipe for cinnamon rolls, except you just do the cinnamon and the pecans. Okay, so I put our dough in our baking sheet, and I'm going to cut some internals into it, just a few, to allow it to breathe. And then we're going to let it rise in a warm area for another 30 to 40 minutes until it doubles in size. Once it doubles in size, it's going to be really quick to cook. It'll cook like in 25 minutes at 350 degrees. So I don't think I'm going to cut in here because this is where well, I could do it. So I'm going to brush a little bit of oil on top of it. And when I bake it, I'm going to do some egg wash. So we put a little bit of oil in our hands. And we're just going to tap it around so that when we put the saran wrap on top of it, it doesn't get stuck to our dough. We're just going to get enough saran wrap to cover it so it can rise. Has to double in size, so another good 30-40 minutes she'll do the job. We're just going to cover it up and we're going to put it in the oven where it's nice and warm. Okay, so our rosca is ready. It already doubled in size, so I'm going to put it in the oven to bake 25 to 30 minutes. Okay, so our Rosca de Reyes is ready. I'm waiting for my family to come so that we can cut it. Tastes delicious. So I'm going to wait a few minutes. Well, actually, I'm going to finish the meal and then we'll cut I put 3 baby Jesus in here, so we're going to have 3 lucky people today. So we'll cut it in a bit. Okay, so here we go. We're going to cut our Tres Reyes, Rosca de Reyes. Let's see who gets the baby.
Nene got the baby.
Baby Jesus. You get good luck for the whole year when you get baby Jesus. And you need to make the tamales for el Día de la Candelaria in February. So I don't know if I got it or not, but I want to taste it. Oh my god, it's so delicious. Tastes just like cinnamon roll. Let me poke it around and see if the baby's in here. I don't want to bite it. It's so delicious. I'll stop eating it. I don't see the baby. Alright, so I'm going to cut a piece for the next family member. Which piece do you want?
Just cut it.
Cut any piece?
Yeah.
You're not gonna be strategic about this?
Since I already came out this way, let's cut it this way.
The moolah.
Oh, Ramon, you got the baby. I see it right there.
You got a baby, buddy.
Look,
Wait, how many did you put?
only 3. Look, I see the baby right there. Baby Jesus.
You got the baby.
He's gonna have a lot of luck,
Ramon,
and we're gonna have tamales.
My son's gonna have a lot of luck this year. Good fortune. And he's gonna be making the tamales.
When the food stamps come,
Of course.
if they ever get here.
No.
It's
Nene,
turning red, Nene.
which piece do you want? Which piece do you want?
Get it from over there because the baby
From
came
here?
from there.
Which piece do you want?
Surprise me.
Another baby.
You want it, it's gonna be right here.
Right? It has to be
It's
over
gonna
there.
be here, here, and here.
There you go.
I never get the baby. It's not
Cut me a
fair.
piece only like that so I can taste it because I'm not gonna eat that. It's got too much sugar.
You just don't want to make no tamales.
No, I haven't. No, I haven't drunk beer, and if I would have drunk beer, I'd take that piece. It's too big. I don't want to eat too much sugar because I'm gonna get up in the morning. I just want to taste it. I've been trying to tell Junior que vaya y se pare allá en la mañana
There you
in the
go.
damn cinnamon roll, pero él no se puede levantar.
Oh, I can make it. I'll make it tomorrow.
No, I want the one from the store.
Why? You could make it better than the one from the Nosberry. Danny,
I
you
don't
want
know about that.
a slice? No?
I don't like sweet like that.
All right. So thank you for watching Cocinando del Alma. I'll see you on the next video. God bless you and happy King's Day.
It was smelling really good inside the house when you were cooking it.